Hey guys! Welcome back to my channel again. I feel like every single video that I post is just like...
I know I haven't posted a video in such a long time, I'm so sorry.
I've been doing YouTube videos for like the past 3 to 4 years and I still don't know the trick to consistency. It's something that I lack. Consistency. Anyway, so today I want to show you guys a little behind the scenes of a photo shoot that I just did. I did a photo shoot yesterday with Caitlin, my amazing friend and photographer. And we did something super different that we've never really done before, and we did like an in-studio photo shoot, and it was super creative, really fun, and like I said, it was different from anything that we've both have done. And I did a little bit of the behind-the-scenes footage, just like of her doing like my little headpiece, and I mean, you'll just see it anyway, but I just wanted to share it with you guys because I know that some people really liked the video that I did a couple months ago on our last photo shoot because that was really fun. And so I just figured I'd do a little bit more, and if you guys want to see more of this, I can keep filming behind the scenes videos if that's what you want to see. I think the one thing that I really love about this industry is the fact that we get to be so creative, and I like to see the process of all the craziness behind the scenes, and like when you're there, it's so different than versus when you see like the actual finished product, you know, because like you're going through this process of creativeness and you're trying to get everything together to be perfect, and it's so crazy, and then the finished product is like so beautiful and so like magical, but it didn't, like, you know what I mean? Like, I just love that whole creative process. So I'm really happy to still be in this industry and just to be able to do what I love with it. So I hope that you guys really enjoy the behind the scenes. Like I said, it's really short, but I hope that you guys get to see a little bit of a snippet of what we go through, and I'll come right back at you in a second. Sorry. I look so cute. I look like I just blossomed from the garden or something.
Hi guys, welcome to ASMR.
I have a mic too, I should have brought it. It just sounded so cool. He's looking at me. The guy. I made eye contact with him. College people should be like used to this stuff though, you know? Like people do weird shit.
Especially in
college
like
all the
digital
time.
commons room, like come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Alright, look at me. Okay. You need more baby's breath.
I wish I could look like this every day. This is so cute.
Like a pixie fairy.
Oh, I gotta do the freckles too.
Yeah, you gotta do the freckles and then do your lashes. Are you squinting your eyes? I like this. Okay. Watch your hands. Sounds like you're yeah, maybe kind of just like hanging like right now. Like this. Okay. And it's not gonna look. It looks pretty good.
Okay, yeah.
Baby, why can't you sleep at night? Tell me lies, I just wanna know the truth. Do or die, is it me or is it you? You can say I haven't tried to cross this great divide. Your feelings come and go, but I still love you so. There is nothing I won't do to make this dream come true. Darling, you can walk away, but I keep coming back to you. But I keep coming back to you.
I'm back. So real quick before we end the video, I just wanted to do a little story time with you guys and kind of just fill you in on what's happening. So a couple weeks ago, my school was having this event, and it's just like basically this whole week where we have like some really cool events that happen. We have like concerts and stuff. And then this one day, Josh Peck was coming, you know, from Jake and Josh, the YouTuber Josh Peck. We all know who that is. And so I was like really excited because he was coming to do a lecture and everything. I don't know, I wasn't really gonna go because I didn't know anyone else who was going. And then my friend Caitlin was like, we should go, because she's like really into participating in like school activities and stuff. And I usually am not. I don't know, I live really far, so it's hard for me to get like up there back and forth and stuff. But she was like, no, let's just go. We're gonna have a fun time. And like, it's Josh Peck. Hello, that's literally like my whole entire childhood. It's everyone's childhood. So we had to like go online and sign up and RSVP to be like the first ones there, and like priority over like other people who like walk in and stuff. It was like a whole process. So we ended up doing that, and then we ended up going into the line about like 2 to 3 hours before they opened the doors. So we were in line for probably a total of like 5 hours, because then we had to wait in the line to get into the other line. It was crazy. There was like a whole bunch of people there, and we didn't expect it to be like that big, you know what I mean? Like, we expected a lot of people to want to come, but we didn't expect it to be like as poppin' as it was. You know, the whole time we knew that there wasn't going to be like a meet and greet or anything. He was strictly there to do just like a lecture, a little Q&A and stuff with people, and like the president of the school got to interview him, or I don't know if it was the president, some student that was important. So the whole time we're in line, we're just like talking about him and like talking about like, what do we think we're going to talk about, because we didn't really know what the lecture was going to be about, or like, what is he even going to talk about? So we were just really there to watch and to listen and to just like, you know, take pictures and everything. So that was basically it. So we waited in line for a really long time. And I don't know, this whole time I just kind of had like a feeling that like I was gonna get an opportunity to do something. I don't know why, but like sometimes I just get like this vibe and like get into this like way, and I'm like, the whole time I'm thinking like, okay, well, like what if they do questions and like they get to ask people in the audience, because like sometimes they do that, you know what I mean? So I was like, what if they get to ask me a question? Like, I should prepare my question now, because this is going to be my only opportunity. So I had to think of something while I was in line and try and create this question that would benefit me into this. Because like I said, for some reason I just had a good feeling that it was going to happen, that they were going to like come to me and pick me for something. I was like, I'm going to be like fairly close to the stage, and I have this feeling, I have like a vibe that something's gonna happen. So anyways, so I was thinking of my question of what I was gonna ask. I was like, well, do I ask him something personal, or do I ask him something like about Drake and Josh, or like whatever? So I ended up thinking, well, I'm an actor, he's an actor, he's a YouTuber, like he does everything. So I was like, I should ask him like about acting advice, about, you know, like how to become more vulnerable in your acting, how to succeed. If I get the chance, like, this is what I'm gonna ask. Like, if I ever get the chance to like even breathe in his direction, like that's what I'm gonna do. But the whole time I'm still having just like this vibe. I don't know why. And so, you know, he comes out and we finally get in, he comes out and like we're finally listening to him in the lecture, and it was just like him answering questions and like telling us about his life and everything, which was super cool. And it was really cool to like find out about things that he's gone through and like what he is doing in life and stuff. So that was really cool. And then, you know, the end comes, or no, they tell us in the beginning that they're going to do a short Q&A with students afterwards in the audience. The people from student government are going to come out with microphones, and they're going to pick people in the crowd to ask. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. So when we see people come out, we'll know like it's getting towards the end, because it was only like an hour lecture. So, you know, everything's going well. He's talking, and it's pretty much coming towards the end of the lecture and everything. And then I see like 3 students pop out at like this little curtain area where, you know, people were behind, and I'm like, oh shit, it must be, you know, almost time for the questions and stuff. And again, the whole time of the lecture I'm thinking, I'm gonna ask him a question, I'm gonna get the opportunity, I know that I'm gonna get picked and I'm gonna ask. No idea why. So then I see these people come out, and I like make eye contact with them, and I just smile at them because, you know, I see them pop out and no one else really noticed them, I don't think, and for some reason we just kind of like locked eyes, and I was just being like pleasant. I was just like, oh, hi. Like, I didn't say hi, but you know, just to make my presence known and to say, I see you and I know you see me. Don't forget this face when it comes time, you know. But I was also just trying to be friendly anyway. But I was trying to secure my spot, you know? You know, they start walking and stuff and walking around, and I'm like following them like low key. I'm just like, without being like super obvious or like annoying or anything, you know. And so it finally comes time, and the girl who is passing around the mic on our side, goes to this other girl, like way kind of like behind me, like 2 rows or 3 rows behind me, and she's asking her question. I look at the girl and I'm just like smiling and stuff, and I like raise my hand because like everyone's raising their hand to ask a question, of course. And so I raise my hand and I look at her and I just go like this, and she looks at me and she's like, puts her finger up, she's like, okay, 1 second, after her, like she's mouthing it to me, and I was like, yes. So I was like, I finally got my opportunity, and I was like freaking out. I couldn't even believe it. I was like, yes, 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 this is my opportunity. But then there was a time where I was kind of like, oh, well, maybe she's gonna forget about me. What if I don't get the chance? Like, what if they ask other people? I was like freaking out too. So then she finally comes over to me, and it's my turn, and I go up, and people are asking him like questions about YouTube and asking him about like movies and stuff, and I'm just like, what was my question again? Even though I had already like rehearsed it in my head, I was like, what am I gonna ask? So, you know, then she's like, oh, what are you gonna ask him? How are you gonna ask? Like, blah, 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 because I need to like make sure it's appropriate and everything. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna ask him about like his new show and stuff, and then if he has like any advice for actors and everything. And so that's what happened, and I have the video that I can insert for you guys right now, and you can see what happened, and I'll go ahead and play that right now. Hi!
Hi!
My name's Shania.
Hi, Shania.
I promised myself that if I ever got the chance to ever say hi to you, I'd say, hug me, brother!
Hey, brother, baby. I promised myself if I ever met a Shania, I would go rum, twink in or not.
Yeah,
Sorry.
No, you're good. So I have a question. I'm an actor here in the Tampa area. I have an agent, and I act in like short films and commercials and everything. And I just wanted to know like what your advice is to actors, how to be vulnerable.
What, are you studying acting here?
I'm a mass communications major here, but I go to acting class.
And what do you study there, like plays?
No, on-screen acting, auditioning.
But
yeah.
do you do like, what's the technique?
We learn a lot of on-camera style acting, like for auditions and stuff, and
Yeah.
it's more scene study, and a lot of improv. So I've studied a lot of improv and a lot of scene study, and like Meisner technique and stuff.
That's great.
Yeah.
I would say like for me, and I know I can only speak for myself, right? But especially like late teens, early 20s, you're in college, and it's just like you're in such a rush to begin life. And especially as an actor, right? Like we all start out doing these plays that are sometimes 100 years old, and we're in these like little theater groups, and we're like, no, I gotta be on fucking CSI Tampa. And trust me, that will all happen. But like what I would tell you is to really embrace this time in your life to try stuff and to get a great education when it comes to acting, because acting's like this weird thing. No one like can quite quantify what it is, but to me, or at least in my experience, all the actors I look up to have a great acting education. Like they've done a crazy amount of plays, they've learned technique, Meisner, method, and they just have a really strong foundation. So I guess I would suggest for you, figure out the part that you would just die to play, that you would dream of playing, and then find the polar opposite and work on both of those things. And fall on your face, like feel free to like fail right now, because in doing so, you're gonna get closer to what you really want. So enjoy.
So I don't know if you noticed, but I'm really like freaking out, and I'm so nervous. I think I kept my composure pretty well, and I was trying to just be cool, calm, collected, but I was dying on the inside. I seriously was dying. I couldn't even, like, I'm telling you, I blacked out. Like, I knew that I was talking to him, and I was like looking, and I've never really like met a celebrity like that before. And meanwhile, this is like a pretty good distance. Like, he's on the stage and I'm like here, so like it's a pretty good distance, but still it's really close, and I'm getting to talk to him personally as a person. And I was like, oh, this is like my first time ever really talking to a celebrity before, and it's like someone that has a pretty big influence on me. Like, I grew up with this person, like watching this person online, and I watch them on YouTube now, so it's like it's a pretty big deal for me to be able to ask him such a personal question that is personal to me and is going to change me. You know what I mean? So it was just a really good opportunity, and I felt really thankful and pretty really lucky to be able to ask him that and kind of connect with him in that way. And like I said, I never really met anyone like that before, so it was really, really cool, and I felt really lucky. And I hope that I got to ask a question that helped other people and my fellow actors who are in the area, and I hope that it, you know, helped them. And it was really inspiring to me that he said, you know, just keep going, and you know, you'll get there. Just work on your craft and just get the schooling that you need, because, you know, that's what I hear a lot of the time, but you don't ever really hear that from people who are actually in the industry. And for him to personally say that to me to answer my question was really cool. It just made me want to work really, really hard to do, you know, what I love to do, which is being in this industry and being an actor and working on my craft. So yeah, that was the story of how I met Josh Peck and how we're basically best friends now, because, I mean, we connected on a personal level, so we're basically besties. We should collab on YouTube, you and me. I see you, Josh. So that's it for my video, guys. I hope that you really enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the behind the scenes and my little story time. It was really my first story time ever, and I don't know if I'm a good storyteller, but you let me know. You be the judge. And yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the very next one. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave me some comments down below. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.